Alright, next we're going to go ahead and talk about mounting the motor. As you can see, the motor won't fit in there. This is not the motor that they recommend to use with it, although we found that this is a bit more efficient. You can get longer flight times. You can use a smaller prop too, which anyone who's seen us fly these, or just in general combating them, it's a bit safer, especially for flying in close quarters. If you're going to be flying near people, the bigger motor, the bigger prop, it's a bad combination. So we use this smaller one. What you will need to do is take a Dremel, and all you're going to do is just take it straight down, and you will go until you see, or until you hit the plate at the bottom. Just go ahead and Dremel it out. That way this the Hobby King, the 4500 kV, sits in there nicely. It's a little snug, and then we'll talk later about how we secure it. Alright guys, so we went ahead and we Dremeled out the motor mount here. As you can see, this little U, you make it big enough so that your the motor can fit down in there. Now to secure it, we've taken some balsa wood. If you have this laying around, perfect. If not, you can find it at your local hobby shop. You can see just regular balsa. Go ahead and you cut out 2 cubes and super glue the cubes down into the motor mount. Now after you do that, once they're cured and they're nice and dry, go ahead and take your Dremel, and you're essentially going to do the same thing that you did to cut out the hole originally. That way your motor will fit down. It's always better to measure twice and go ahead and put it in there once, that way you don't mess it up. But as you can see, the motor will slide in there. It's nice and snug. Doesn't have any wiggle room. But what you're going to do when you mount it is you take double-sided sticky tape. You'll stick it in the bottom, and you'll go ahead and mount your motor. When I hold it this way, you can probably see we went ahead and we cut a little bit of the foam out. I'll hold it this way as well. Cut a little bit of the foam out. That way you can get a screwdriver behind the motor, because when you go and put these 3-2 props on, they do not go on easily. We recommend using a long screwdriver and a tabletop to force the motor on there. But once again, you are going to glue the balsa in. You're going to go ahead and shave it down a little bit with the Dremel. Once again, double check this before you go too far. It'll be a real hassle to get that balsa out. Lay down some double-sided sticky tape. Put your motor in there. Make sure everything is level, and you're good to go. Alright guys, so we went ahead and we mounted our motor. We put the double sticky tape on the bottom. The motor is mounted. Now all you have to do is go ahead and take a drill bit, and you're going to need some zip ties. If you have a longer zip tie, you don't have to use 2. We have to use 2 because all I have right now are short ones. So you're going to take your drill bit, and you're going to drill downward, mildly into the balsa wood, but then through the edge of the motor mount here, because your zip tie is what is going to add the pressure to the balsa and hold the motor where you want it to. And the zip tie will run all the way around the top. So I'll flip it over here. Motor's in there nice. Take this guy. Oh, fail. Let's put him back in there. Through one side, flip them over, through the other side. Go ahead and thread your needle, if you will, zip tie through the other side. Flip it over. Start tightening the motor down. Of course, needle nose, always a good tool to have. So we can start pulling on this guy here, our extra flap. Like I said, this is a lot easier if you have one single zip tie. We're doing a modified job, obviously, with the 2 zip ties, but the 2 zip ties will get it done. Tighten him down. Tighten him down. As you can see, the motor is in there nice and secure. All you got to do then is clip off the little flanges here, and your motor's all set to go. It's nice and level. You won't be pitching up, won't be pitching down, and you'll fly straight.